Today I'm going to show you how to make one of our family favorites, which is a breakfast casserole. It's actually an egg and potato frittata. This recipe usually takes me quite a bit of time to make on the stovetop, as I have to fry the potatoes separately and the onions and then mix them together with the eggs, fry them on one side in a pan, and then flip them over and fry them again. So that's 3 different times I'm putting them in and out of a pan. So I thought maybe the Instant Pot would make my life a little bit easier. It would take the same amount of time, but a lot less work from me. And that's exactly what happened. So the first thing that I started with is putting 1 cup of water inside the Instant Pot. Press saute and more so that it's nice and hot. And you let the water get hot so that your pot will come to pressure quicker. The next thing that I did was I took a Pyrex dish and I rubbed a little bit of butter along the bottom and the edges. In the picture it looks like more than it actually is. It was a very tiny amount. And then I cut up my veggies while the water is heating up. So I cut up some potatoes in very thin slices, and I also decided that I wanted to add onions, red peppers, and spinach. You can choose whatever veggies you want, but personally these are my favorites. After that, I put 6 to 7 eggs in a bowl and started to whisk them up. With the eggs, I added some milk and then my spices. The spices that my family likes are salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper in our eggs. And you'll see from the next picture actually how much we like our cayenne pepper. So I whisked that all up, and after all the spices and the milk were whisked with the eggs, I started to layer the ingredients in the dish. The very first thing that you should put in the dish is a little bit of oil so that a little bit of eggs so that your potatoes don't stick. And then you put in a layer of potatoes, and on top of that a layer of vegetables, and then half of the egg mixture. And then you can do that again. So again, I put another layer of the potatoes, another layer of the veggies, and the remainder of the egg mixture. Once it was all in there, I moved the Pyrex bowl over to the trivet, and I wanted to cover it up so that it will cook at nice even heat. So the first thing that I put on it was a paper towel and then covered that with foil. The reason that I put a paper towel is to help to absorb the condensation that comes from the foil so that it doesn't drop back into your egg, which you may get a little bit of anyways, but this will try to keep most of it out. Once I had the foil on there nice and tight, I lifted up the trivet by the handles and put it inside the Instant Pot. At this point, the water on the bottom of the pot was already starting to bubble, which meant that I knew the pot would come to pressure faster. So I turned off the saute function, and then I put the lid back on the Instant Pot and moved the knob over to the sealing function, the sealing portion of the knob. And then I set the Instant Pot to manual pressure for 25 minutes. This may seem like a long time, but the eggs come out perfect and there's not a lot of work that you need to do. Once the 25 minutes were up, I did a quick release. So as you can see here, the pin is still up. So I did a quick release to bring the pin down and release the pressure quickly so that I could open up the pot. Once I opened the pot, I saw that there was quite a bit of condensation on top of the foil, and I was hoping that there wasn't too much inside of the egg. So I pulled out the trivet by the handles and set it down onto my stove top to get it out. I took off the foil and the paper towel to see what was inside, and the egg was cooked perfectly. If you have a little bit of moisture left on the top, you can always use the paper towel to kind of sop it up. It formed a nice layer of the veggies, mostly floated to the top, but in the next picture you'll see that the eggs and the potatoes are layered very beautifully, and it tasted fantastic. Here's my husband's plate, of course, because he likes to eat it with a little bit of a ketchup and hot sauce. Please let me know how it goes if you do try to make it.